This lesson we're going to be adding in ability to click a button and change the image source. So when we look at the source of the image, so right now it's PNG2. When we start out it's PNG1, click it, it's PNG2, and then it toggles back to PNG1 the second time that we click it. This is the JavaScript that we're going to be covering in this lesson. Let's go ahead and add in an image into the page. We've already got a button here, so I'm going to add an image, and this is going to be the image that we're going to be changing. So let's give it an ID so that we can select it within the JavaScript. We can just call it my image, and this will give us a way to reference the image within the page element, and then give it a source. So source for the image, I've got some images here, and we'll just use image 1 currently as the source. And then let's go ahead and we'll add in some alt, and then the alt can say just image. So that gives us an image. I'm also going to update the image so that they're responsive. So within the styling, so that will make it more responsive so that we can see it on the page. Go back into the page code, and what we want to do is here we want to change image. So this button will change the image that's above whenever it gets clicked, and we need to select both of those elements. I've already got the JavaScript file linked within the script source. So let's select the my image using the documents and query selector, selecting the element by the ID of my image, and then we also want to select the button so that we can make it clickable. So again, using the document query selector, selecting the button by its ID. So let's go ahead and we're going to add and make the button clickable by adding an event listener. So this event listener is going to be a click. It's going to invoke the function. So we're just going to do it with an anonymous function within this method. And we want to just simply select the image and update the source. So for my image, and update the source property. And we're going to set that source property to be the second image. So just make sure that we do have our path correct. And I have another image just by name of image 2. So that will update the source property. So let's click the button, and that's updating the image. We can go ahead and we can do an inspect on that, and we can see that in fact it does change. So there we've got it by default of image 1. We click it and it goes down to image 2. So it allows us to change the image. So let's also have an option that we can toggle the images. So we can do a condition here to check to see if the value of image source is equal to image 1. And if it is, then we're going to update it to be image 2. Else we'll change it back to image 1. So this will do a quick way to do like a toggling of the images. And we'll do a console log to see what we've got for the value of image source. So it's actually providing the full source of the image. So in order to do the condition, what we want to do is we want to have just the last part of the page. So we can take the image source and we can return back just part of the string. And let's take the substring of that string value where we've got the length of the current text, and we want to remove out the last part. So let's create a variable where we've got the image source. So that's going to return back the entire image source, and then we can use that text value and we can do a substring of the length of it, and we can subtract out the last 4 characters of what we've got for the substring. So that will give us the PNG, and we want to get the last 5 characters. So that will give us 1 PNG, and we can change the image as well. So let's update this where we've got the value is going to be equal to 1 PNG. And if it's 1 PNG, then we're going to toggle it to 2. And if it's 2, then we're going to default toggle it to 1. So this is how you can toggle the images back and forth. And I can remove out the console now that we've got that working.